Well, I think Kawaki was right.
忍びの時代は終わる。
The current era of Shinobi has been staggering quite a bit, especially when you see how we have been seeing a lot less of the unique abilities that have been displayed in the Naruto franchise before, whether we're talking about abilities that just being invented on their own or just dojutsu. We don't necessarily see that anymore. In Boruto, most of the time what we see is either scientific abilities, whether we're talking about Cyborg or Mickey being given Sage Mode, or even God-given abilities that is mostly pertain to the Suki and now Boruto Kawaki. But the thing is, it while Boruto Kawaki, while yes, they're ninja, their bodies is now mostly Asuki related, and with that, they tend to use their karma a lot, and it starts to become a point when you don't really see the show as ninja. It's more so a lot more like sci-fi, more like cyborg versus alien kind of deal, and that kind of ruins the vibe because when you have someone like Sarada who has the Sharingan, it kind of ruins the potential for her character because Sarada, it definitely does seem like Dojutsu is very useless nowadays because because Dojutsu, it feels like it honestly died with Sasuke. Honestly, even before that, even before Sasuke had his Rinnegan destroyed, we still never really seen Dojutsu being represented in a more representative way beyond just Sasuke himself. I mean, Sarada, well, yes, she is cool, but we don't necessarily see her utilize the Sharingan to the best potential that it could. And with the only adept wielder at a dojutsu not having now having just one eye, it kind of reinforces the point that dojutsu is not really that relevant to the series anymore, especially how with Himawari, like her prowess with the Byakugan is really amazing in the anime. But obviously in the manga we don't really see her, so it kind of makes the the point I'm making that much more clearer. And the thing is, I don't mind a scientific or God-given ability. I don't mind that at all. But when the whole plot point, the whole story is covered with that, and it's not really a lot of unique ability, and we don't get the true definition of what it means to be the shinobi. Now, probably we'll get that when I believe the time skip happened. 'Cause I remember Boruto actually does saying that. He actually did say that he has grown to be a true shinobi. But here at this current point in time, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just more so their focus about their alien part of their body being developed inside of them and being exploited, and we don't really see that ninja side of them being explored too much. We don't really see the ninja part of them actually trying to train and get better. It's just mostly them being freakishly OP without the traditional ninja way of getting stronger, training, having a mentor, and all that stuff. Like that old mentality of being a ninja kind of has been thrown away to the wayside. Now I know how with the Boruto movie Naruto Sasuke, how they were saying the essence of a shinobi never dies. It always lives on every generation. But I honestly have to disagree with that, because it does seem like the essence of shinobi is starting to be degraded quite a bit, especially in the manga. With the anime, I completely agree that the essence of a shinobi always lives on, because we actually do see ninjas being represented more often in the anime. But with the manga, it's just not. It just ain't that. Yeah, it just doesn't really show the purpose of what Naruto is. a ninja's training, ninjas trying to be stronger. We don't really see ninjas trying to be stronger. We don't really see ninja actually training with their mentor, and that's the main problem with me. Because with Naruto, it is such a amazing show. It is such an amazing manga. But when I said this in my previous video, when you are lacking the tone, when you're lacking the emotional connection that you have with these characters, and on top of that, you don't really see the development at the very least with the unique abilities that are out there in the world, that it kind of makes you think that the essence of Shinobi is dead, especially when you have someone like Orochimaru he has so many ninjutsu up his skill. But and when I look at Orochimaru, he is really damn impressive. But then when I look at the new generation, they don't really have that many ninjutsu to show for. They don't really have any naturally made ninjutsu in their own village that they created on their own, or that they're created from a mentor. It's just not that, unfortunately, because they just don't. They just have a basic arsenal of ninjutsu that isn't really explored upon to the degree that I feel is justified. I do think these ninjutsu can be explored quite a bit, and don't get me started on the Jokan Eye. The Jokan Eye, like, I'm still curious about the Jokan Eye. I still want to see the potential it could lead up to. I mean, I think when we do get it, I'm hoping that it does show a lot of promise of what it can do. But what it can do right now is not a whole lot much. Because not only has it not done much, it's the fact that it has very few appearances, whether we're talking about anime or manga, and especially the manga. Because with the Jokan Eye, this is supposed to be the flagship ability for Boruto, but we just rarely see him use it. It's more so that he used the karma. It's crazy how he used the karma way more often than he uses the Jokan Eye, and it's so baffling to me because the Jokan Eye had been, I can't remember exactly. He got in within the first, I'm gonna say the first 100 episodes. I don't know exactly. He got it pretty early on. I'm gonna say that at the very least. And when he got it very early on and still haven't shown at least a small teaser of what it could do in the future, that's kind of unacceptable to me. Well, yes, it has shown the ability to see people. It has shown some abilities, but the thing is, the ability that the Jokan Eye, the Nine Tails is capable of doing, and a lot more efficiently at that. And when you have an ability that is so minor and is not really that impressive, considering that there are other ninjutsu that can do that too. It's just not appealing to see. It's just not. It's not impressive to make you go, wow, this dojutsu is going to be extremely powerful in the future, and I can't wait to see how he develops in the future. I'm just not excited to see what it can do. I'm hopeful what it can do, but I'm just not excited what it can do. I hope that actually does changes in the future episodes or chapter, because I mean, again, the essence of a shinobi is so much more than scientific abilities or God's given abilities. There's more at play here, and I do hope we actually do get that. But let me know if you actually disagree with me or you actually agree with me. I would actually like to know your input on the Shinobi World itself as a whole. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.